Welcome back to the show. I'm ready to get things started. What about you?
Yes.
Always excited when this gentleman is here. My first guest tonight has proven to be one of the top coaches in the country. He averaged 20 wins per season in his 4 years as the head coach at the College of Charleston and has brought that same success right here to Marshall. During his first year as head coach, he led the team to a 22-11 record, and I have a feeling he is going to bring the level of excitement back to Marshall basketball. Please welcome back to Up Late, Coach Tom Herrion. Thank you, Coach. You remember Kyle? No.
How are you? Every guest.
I'm sorry. I really should have told you that. Have a seat.
Thank you. Thank you.
I should have told
a
you.
little affection there.
Yeah,
huh?
I know. Every guest this season, he's got to give a tight hug to. So I hope that doesn't.
Nah, no offense.
No,
I'll be a fan. Never me back. I'm surprised. Thanks for having me back.
Oh,
most people only have me once; they never want me back.
That's not true at all. That is not true at all. I'm so glad you're back. So,
thanks, Jamie.
Wow, what an incredible season. I just want to get into it. Are you pleased?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you have a little time to reflect and kind of exhale from the season and reflect on the totality. I'm pleased. You know, obviously, we all live in a society of more. We all wanted more. Our fans wanted more. We wanted more success. But I think what we've done is we've created a great foundation to build and continue to help restore the program. It's kind of what our mission was when we took the job a year ago, and I think we've got off to a good start.
Absolutely, you did. Now, again, there has been so many positive things that have happened this season. I got to let you know, I only missed 2 home games. I watched almost all the games on the road.
I didn't miss any.
No, I know you didn't miss any,
okay.
so I knew that. But I want to start with the negative things first. Let's talk about a few of the losses. The first one at home, the UT Chattanooga,
Right.
that 1-point loss early in the season. How did you feel like, man, we gotta turn it around, kids. We gotta turn it around quick.
Well, you know, obviously it was a little bit of a stinging loss. You know, anytime we lose, we have zero expectation to not be successful. So that was our first taste of failure or losing. Came to us to a last-second play. We had a basket at the buzzer that was taken off, and we didn't play very well. I'll be honest with you. We didn't deserve to win the game. Chattanooga shot the ball really well, but in some respects, it's probably good for this group to have experienced that early. To understand what we had to do to become a better team. And, you know, we were such a work in progress throughout the whole first semester. We'd play without Demir for the first 9 games. So we had guys moving around and with a new system and a lot of new faces. And so we were work in progress. And, you know, obviously we didn't have no intention or expectation to lose to Chattanooga. But I think that experience helped us build as we've moved forward after that.
And then, like you just said, you know, Demir Pitts wasn't there the first part of the season going to Louisville. You know, Rick Pitino's squad. What did he say at the end of the game? He wasn't expecting that level of defense, mainly from the Herd. And do you think if Pitts was there, the outcome may have been different? I don't know.
You know, it's easy to say maybe.
Yeah.
Obviously, Demir had a big impact on our team, especially once he got into rhythm, once he got eligible. I thought the Louisville game was a great growing experience for us. It was our first road game. Going over there, playing in their new arena, which was the Taj Mahal of college basketball, all the bells and whistles, and obviously playing against a great team, Hall of Fame coach and Coach Pitino. And our kids were tremendous. We came out and played with great energy, played very well, up 1 at the half. And then we had a bad start to the second half. The wheels came off a little bit, turned the ball over a little bit too much, and gave them too much momentum. But I thought we really grew from that experience. And sometimes that, you know, you can do that when you lose.
Well, let's talk about one more loss, then we're going to go to the positive. And the last one I want to kind of bring up is, of course, the first conference game in Orlando, UCF. That was something that, watching that one, man, how exciting it was at home in the first half. I mean, 34, 36, something like that. You're right there going into the half. Then, as the second half rolled on, I don't want to say self-destruct, but you got a lot of injuries, people cramped up a little bit. What was the morale after that game, being your first conference game and knowing we've got a long season ahead of us?
Well, obviously, you know, it was our first conference game, as you mentioned, 1 of 16, and at the time, obviously playing against Coach Jones's club, and they were a top 25 team in America at the time, playing great basketball, and we played well. We fought. We didn't make enough plays to beat them, and they played really well over the course. We had a lot of adversity during that game, and some of it we handled well, some of it we didn't handle very well. And again, if you're going to grow as a team, you're going to continue to use experiences to help you navigate through the course of a whole season. You know, it was one that we obviously we knew that we competed at a high level. We didn't make enough good plays or winning plays to win the game against a very good Central Florida club. But we knew at that. I liked our attitude because we were very, very disappointed, and that meant a lot to me because we knew that we had a chance to compete in the league and be a team that could compete in the top half.
Yeah, well, again, it was very exciting to watch, and you know the outcome was. But we're done talking about the negative. Let's look at the positive because 3 days after the UCF game, you come home Southern Miss. What a huge win for the program. 95, 65 or something like that.
You're better with the numbers.
No, again, I love basketball, and it's something that I'm so excited for you to be there leading this team. When Nigel Spikes took that injury during the Southern Miss game, what did that mean for you all?
Well, I mean, it was very
17,
concerning, alarming, very early in the game, and obviously, wasn't any intention of the play was unintentional that he got cut and landed, and it was just a very scary visualization of watching him get strapped to the stretcher and taken out, and it had our concern, but I think it was also a rallying point for our kids, and we had some guys really step up in his absence.
Well, I think. I think it was right around 15 to 20 minutes. I don't know the exact time, but you had the glare of death, either on the official or Larry Eustace. It was something that it scared me, honestly. I was like, Coach is mad. Yeah. But you got the team fired up about that.
Yeah, obviously our crowd did a lot for that too. Right. We had a great fan base all year. I think that was a rallying point for us as a program and as a community. I mean, I think our fans really stepped up when Nigel was taken off, and we made the atmosphere in our building in the Henderson Center was really good that night, as it was many nights as we moved through the course of the season. It was a good win for us to come back and win against a very good Southern Miss team. I thought a team that was playing as well as anybody in our conference and had a great year. To win as convincingly as we did against Southern Miss for our first conference win, I think it said a lot about our group, our fortitude, and our mental toughness, and our wherewithal.
Well, something that Coach doesn't know, and we talked to him before he comes on the show, and I didn't tell you this. I feel very honored and privileged to be one of the people that Coach yelled at during the course of the season. And you might not remember this. I don't know if you do or not. Coach keeps a very strict and very strong practice. He is in control over everything at practice. And I do some work with the athletic department with the video board, and it was for an athletic banquet. They wanted the video board on, and they didn't know how to plug the cameras in at the Henderson Center. So I didn't want to do it, but they said, well, you have to show us how to do it. I walked down there, and as soon as I made the connection and the camera turned on the video board, Coach Tom Herrion, without missing a beat, do you remember what you said? I don't know if you remember.
I'm not sure what I said.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It was nothing
might
bad.
not be able to repeat it.
No, absolutely not. That's the thing. Absolutely not. He just said, listen, we are in the middle of practice. This is my time. Please come back when the gym is available. I do not come in your classroom and disrupt you during your teaching process, because that's what you do. You teach. Yeah. And I just said, yes, sir, unplug, and we walked out. So I felt very honored. Again, it was very stern, very forceful.
No disrespect, man.
No, absolutely not. But I loved it. It was just like, wow, I just got yelled at by Coach Herrion.
No,
that was so much fun.
My players are like me. We have very short attention span. We have to limit the distractions in practice.
Understandable. But again, that was right before the WVU game. And you've got your players set. What an accomplishment it was to go to Charleston and defeat WVU in that fashion. Were they excited about that game?
Yeah, obviously, when you're in a rivalry game of any magnitude, and I've been fortunate, almost everywhere I've been has always been a, quote, rival game, and obviously the Marshall, West Virginia lived up to everything that we talked about, and everything that everyone wanted to talk about. It was tremendous atmosphere, sellout crowd in Charleston, great fan bases for both teams, and we played for, I'd say, 80%, 85% of that game at a very, very high level. They made a great run on us, cut the game lead back a little bit, but we showed a lot of resolve, and it was a terrific program victory. I think it was great for our community, our fan base, and more importantly, our campus and institution as a whole.
No, it was really fun. I was there and I enjoyed all of it. Now, I want to do something with you. We're running a little short on time, but I want to run through these real quick. You know the fans here love you. The whole region loves you. I mean, you are so enthusiastic, and the level of excitement you bring to the sidelines during a game is just so much fun to watch. Our photographer, Rick Hayes, is standing over here right now. Rick actually got a few pictures of you during the course of the season. Do you mind looking at a few of those and maybe caption those for us? Because I've got a few captions.
Okay.
You don't mind?
Not at all.
Okay, now the first one is, after being hit in the head by a coin several years ago, at times Coach Tom Herrion thinks he's on the TV show Different Strokes. What you talking about, Willis?
Concern.
Concern, much concern.
Yeah.
All right, next one. After seeing Christina Aguilera screw up the national anthem at the Super Bowl, Coach Tom Herrion decides he better sing the Star-Spangled Banner the rest of the season. Do you remember what you're doing there?
I'm begging. I'm begging for a call. Yes.
After the head coach at Marshall for more than half a season, Coach Tom Herrion shows season ticket holders the process of going through airport security. Not sure about that one.
No,
I'm sure that's
I might
defense.
leave that one alone right
I'm
there.
sure that's defense. I hope you're screaming defense in that. All right, we're going to switch it up just a real quick second here. After being injured during the Southern Miss game, Nigel Spikes continues to get confused with blocking the basketball or blocking the basketball shadow.
Good at blocking shadows. We got to get better at blocking the actual ball.
All right, after being hit in the head by a basketball this season, Coach Tom Herrion forgets he's at a basketball game, rather thinks he's at the circus walking a tightrope. I don't know what you're doing there, just trying to get down the sideline.
I got good balance.
Yeah.
I got good balance.
Okay, let's be honest about that picture real quick. The only reason why I showed that picture is because the general manager of WSAZ, Don Ray, said he will never, ever be on Up Late. Guess what, Don? There you are right there. There he is, Don Ray. Let's do a few more, make sure everybody sees him. Yeah. Guess what, Don? You're on our show now. Coach Tom Herrion and assistant coach Mark Klein still get really upset when their players can't find the bathroom. What is that one right there, both of you?
Yeah, directional supervision.
After beating the hell out of WVU in Charleston, Coach Tom Herrion tells WVU fans, we should play this game in Huntington, and then you can hear me sing the Star-Spangled Banner. One of my favorite ones right there. What are you thinking right there? Is that another plea?
I'm just waiting for the clock to get, run as fast as it possibly can at this point.
The rolling clock like Buddy League basketball. And finally, after being hit in the head by a basketball too many times this season, Coach Tom Herrion has had enough of that one fan yelling at him all season long and decides to give that fan the finger. Unfortunately for you, Coach, it's the wrong.
It's more, come here, I need to talk to somebody.
That's a little bit more stressful than the wrong finger.
I think he's saying, go get your free tacos. By the way, we need more games where we get free tacos.
We're
going to work on that.
Do you remember that game where you all scored 99 and the entire arena were chanting taco, taco,
I didn't
taco?
realize it at the time, but I caught a little grief for that.
That's all right. Coach, thank you so much for coming back on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Love having you on the show. Coach Tom Herrion, everyone.
Thanks,
Stay with us after the break. We will debut a music video from the band Coyotes and Boxes. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.